Hi everybody, I'm Julie, writer and director of the indie nerdy comedy Geek Loves Funk, and this is going to be my Evan+Zane+Orchestra in Los Angeles, plus Julie. I was in the audience. So this is my video about that. And it's going to be a great video. You're going to love it. You're going to like totally like love it. You're going to be like, whoa, I can't believe how good this video is. It's going to be very entertaining. Alright, so here, let's go. Let's talk about the Evan+Zane concert in Los Angeles. Yeah. Okay, hi, I'm Julie. Okay, it's like happy 2024. I'm shooting this in January 2024. It's a Saturday night. It's dark outside. I did take a shower, so that's good. Sometimes I forget to shower. Okay. And then I have this ring light, but there's no like, I don't have a stand for the ring light, so it's like, I don't know, I might be doing this Alfred Hitchcock thing in the lighting. It's me. Okay. So, okay, let's talk about Evan+Zane+Orchestra in Los Angeles. It was really great. I'm wearing an Evan+Zane t-shirt, and what I'll do is like, I'll go ahead and like, eventually okay. Any chubby chasers watching this, you're in for a treat. Because I'm going to show like what the Evan+Zane t-shirt looks like. It looks really good. So I'll be showing you my merch. I'm wearing the Evan+Zane t-shirt. Let me go ahead and just... Okay. So, to people who are chubby chasers, you're going to love this. If you're not a chubby chaser, I'm so sorry. Okay, but yeah, this is the t-shirt. Try to get an angle that isn't completely weird. Yeah, that's the t-shirt. It's 100% cotton, and it's super comfortable, and I like it. And it's a size like medium. Okay, and then I also have, I got the Evan+Zane sweatshirt. It says like Evan+Zane on it. Like, it's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, okay. It's super comfortable. There it is, Evan+Zane. And it's very, I would say the design is very minimalist. So here's the design. It says there, pretty cool logo. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, and then, okay. So the t-shirt design is basically, I have the CD, pretty cool CD. And then I have the record. Yeah, really cool. And the record is blue. I think that's really cool. So the record, you can see, that's pretty. Okay, and I listen to the record like all the time. Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, what Evan+Zane+Orchestra, what they did was they decided to do a show that was like their greatest hits type of thing. And it was 20 songs. And I'll go ahead and tell the story of, so let's start from the beginning that it was going to be at the Alex Theater, which is a theater in Glendale. Glendale's like 10 minutes outside of Los Angeles. I love Glendale because it's like super safe. Last year in 2023, I actually ended up traveling to LA like a lot, and I absolutely loved it. You can actually check that out. I have a podcast. I also have a podcast where I talked about the Evan+Zane+Orchestra show, so I'll link to my podcast down below. I will say I went to 2 different concerts back to back. I went to Evan+Zane on a Friday night, and I went to see a band called MXPX on Saturday night. I'm going to make a YouTube video about MXPX like later, so this is going to be me, or this will be me waxing poetic, totally just like fangirling and like glorifying Evan+Zane. So, oh right, first things first, it was gonna be at the Alex Theater. By the way, just to let you know, I talk about this in my podcast, like with traveling. But yeah, like, and I don't know your situation, but it's actually traveling from where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Going from San Francisco to LA logistically is actually pretty easy. You're in an airplane less than an hour, like, it's not even a thing. And I was telling one of my Uber drivers, like, I actually find pretty decent hotels. Like, they're not, like, 5-star hotels, but they're still cute and they're safe. Biggest thing is safety, because a lot of times I'm traveling alone. But I actually really, since I'm 41 years old, I love traveling alone, so it's fun. And anyway, so but I make sure, since I'm alone, I make sure the hotels are safe. But I was telling my Uber driver, like, yeah, I find hotels for like $100 a night, $125, like, yeah, and they're actually pretty solid hotels. And my Uber driver picked me up. He's like, is that like a library? I was like, oh no, that was my hotel. And he's like, oh wow. And I was like, yo, I got it for $100 a night. And my Uber driver's like, you're joking. I was like, no, like straight up. And anyway, everyone's really nice in LA so far. I have zero experience with Hollywood. So if you're like, tell me some Hollywood stories, I don't have any. I'm just there as a tourist. So like the people of Los Angeles, in my experience so far, they're all super nice. Glendale, they're super friendly. Okay. So it's going to be at the Alex Theater, and the Alex Theater is kind of like gigantic. So I was actually inside the Alex Theater for a personal development conference called Growth Day with Brian Burchard. So I had been inside that theater before, and it is huge, and so it's like a lot of people. And so I know, because I have a day job, and my day job is sort of money management. So when I saw that they were going to do the Alex Theater, and they were going to have like an orchestra of like, I think 35 musicians, part of me was thinking, this must be expensive for them, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you got to rent out the theater, you got to pay the musicians. So that's an expensive show. But so I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, did Evan get a movie I didn't know about? You know, so okay. But anyway, you know, so what happened was, and then the concert happened like the weekend after New Year's. So I just think like people were tired, that kind of thing. So I think like they moved to a smaller theater and probably like a less expensive theater. So they moved to a different theater. And when they did that, it's so funny because I'm just a humble fangirl. So when they switched theaters, like people on Instagram were sort of panicking. They switched theaters. For those of us who already bought tickets, were like, what? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then someone who seems like really sweet, someone like DM me on Instagram like, they switched theaters, what the F? Anyway, and they were messaging me, and I was like, I have no control over any of this. Like, I'm just a fangirl. I don't want any, like, my day job is logistics. I don't want to do logistics. Like, I don't want, you know, I was like, because the person who DM'd me is like, what the F, what are we gonna do? And I was like, I don't know. I have no control. Oh, by the way, I have a cold, and it's just basically a common cold, but like I had a cold last week, and so I went to Colorado for a week to hang out with my family, and then I came home, and like January 1st I got this cold. I was like, crap, because I was just about to go to LA in a couple of days, so I went to LA. So it was 2 weekends I was like traveling, so this is, excuse me, my first week the weekend where I get to relax. But I'm trying to stay more on top of things in general, so I was like, let me go ahead and make this video. You guys like it when I talk about Evan and Zane. I love talking about Evan and Zane, like I'm a total fangirl. And then, I didn't know this, but my family is invested. They're like, oh right, because I was like, MXPX, like, this is, okay, this is MXPX, like, this is one of their coasters. Anyway, they did a lot of free shows, free live stream shows around Christmas, and they do that every year. So I've been listening to them since I was 12. So I was giving them a lot of love on Instagram, and then my brother-in-law was like, Julie, you're still a fan of Evan and Zane, right? I was like, of course I am. Like, yeah, like my brother-in-law was like, you didn't forget about them, did you? I was like, no, I didn't forget about them. Like, I can be a fan of multiple bands. Okay, so I didn't know that my family was invested in me being a Evan and Zane fangirl. But this, I wasn't planning on, you know, being, it just kind of happened, you know. On YouTube, you kind of throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And it's, you guys like me. I like making these videos. Like, it's all good. I'm gonna, at the end of this video, I'm gonna do a little bit of like personal development because that's kind of what my social media presence is. Well, I kind of want it to be there. I want there to be a little bit of substance to my social media presence. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna go deep, man. I'm gonna get deep at the end of this video for sure. Alex Theater, alright, people were DMing me like, what the F, man? I was like, yo. And then for like 2 seconds, literally for 2 seconds, I was like, not panicking, because come on. But I was like, yeah, what is gonna happen? Like, whoa, you know? So, because like, we'd already bought our tickets. But it turns out like, it was totally fine. So, they just switched theaters. They sent us new tickets. They just transferred the money basically, and it was totally fine. Now, the only thing I want to say is now y'all know like I'm pretty much gay. Okay, or like I guess like every once in a while I'm attracted to a guy, but like honestly, let's keep it real, like I'm pretty much gay. But yeah, so anyway, I bought my ticket to be like stage right, to be like, I remember buying a ticket that was stage right. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying words. Okay. So I got a ticket being the second row stage right, because then I get a better view of Evan, and she's really beautiful, and she's my only celebrity crush, and like, she's so pretty, and like, so I was supposed to be stage right, like a better view of Evan, and then, I know it's like, oh, it's so hard being me, I'm being whatever. So instead of me getting row 2 stage right, they put me at row 2 stage left, where I had a really great view of Zane, and hey, like, Zane's very handsome and really awesome, so what am I complaining about? But I was like, it's whatever, it's fine, it's totally fine. Okay, so instead it was at the Nocturne Theater. It's a really nice theater, like it's a smaller theater, it's theater in the round, but the way they staged it was like, there's like a stage, and yeah, and then we had a good seat, and then so that was really cool. And let's see. Okay, so right, so the concert was really good. I do want to say, let me drink some water. I still have like my cold. Let's see. So yeah, the concert starts, and like, oh, and my sister is super sweet. She's like, have fun in LA, go have fun, and I had a blast in LA. It was fucking awesome. And okay, but anyway, so they come on stage, and they're singing really good old school, like, I think it's like a war protest song. I'll put it here. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. That song, right? Okay, so they open with that. It sounds really cool. You can hear the orchestra. It's like 30 different musicians. So that's super cool. So, oh, the other thing I was disappointed, like, it turns out that, to quote Evan, she had like a raging sinus infection. So that, like, what was also a bummer. So, okay, sorry to be kind of negative. Okay, but I'm about to like totally wax poetic. So I was stage left. I wanted to be stage right, but that's okay. It's okay. Because I saw people giving shout outs, and they were in the seats I would have gotten. It's totally fine. But they're like, these are such good seats, and they had really good shots of Evan. I was like, yeah, those are good seats. But this is supposed to be my shoot. So no, it's fine. Like, I had a good time. Okay. But I still had really good seats, and okay, so to quote Evan, she had a raging sinus infection, so like she couldn't sing all 20 songs. And then what they said, like, they weren't even sure if they were gonna do the show. Like, they were maybe gonna like cancel the show, and like, I was like, oh, that would have been a bummer. So they're like, we're not even sure if we're gonna do the show. So I think Evan sang maybe 2 or 3 songs. And then, oh, it's available for streaming, I think, and you can buy the link to stream it. So I bought the streaming link as well to watch it, you know, later on. So I've been watching it in increments throughout the week. So yeah, so she's sang like 2 or 3 songs, maybe 4, but like, and I totally get it. Like, her health is like 1000% more important than like me, me or all of us watching her sing for all 20 songs. But they're like, maybe we'll do this again. And I was like, yeah, you should totally do it again. And I'll totally like watch it again or go see it again. Yeah. So, but because Evan had like a raging sinus infection, they had some substitute teachers, or singers, substitute singers. Okay, so I wrote down the names because in the podcast I didn't have a chance. So it was Evan Rachel Wood. She sang like 3 songs. If you're familiar with my channel, I love her. Totally enamored with her. I think she's amazing. And then, but obviously, huge fan of Zane Carney too. Okay, so and them together, like, they really complement each other a lot. Like, they've been friends forever, and they have a lot of chemistry. So it's fun. They're a good band together. Like, they're cute together, you know, as a band. And okay, so here's the shout out to the other singers. So it was Reeve Carney, that's Zane's brother. He did a great job, and he's like a Broadway performer, and he's like, apparently they had a band together called Carney, and I think one time Zane gave like a shout out to the music video, the Carney music video, so I went to the Carney music, I watched the Carney music video on YouTube, and Evan's in that video, and it was cute. It was a cute video. Okay, so it was Reeve Carney, that's Zane's brother, Paris Carney, that's his sister. That's really, yeah, like they were great singers. Paris did a great song. She did like a jazz song. I think it's Bewitched, and Rosemary Clooney actually, I like old school jazz singers. So like I actually do listen to Rosemary Clooney's. She put out some jazz albums, and I think she was a good singer. So, but anyway, so yeah, Paris did like Bewitched, I think is the song. Really great song. But I know like part of me was like bummed, like man, like I wish I could have saw Evan sing that song. But like Paris was amazing, like 1000%. Then there's a new actor, like I'd never heard of this person, but they were great. They're great. Mason Alexander Park, fantastic. TV Carpio, so if you saw Across the Universe, which Evan is in, TV Carpio played the cheerleader. It's a really cute scene where they're cheerleaders walking through and singing I Want to Hold Your Hand. And then it's revealed that the cheerleader is singing to another woman, and like she's in love with the woman, and it's super cute and awesome. So TV Carpio played that cheerleader in the movie Across the Universe. So that was pretty cool. I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years, or I mean, I haven't seen it since it came out, but that movie was really cool. And for some reason, I do remember from that movie, I haven't seen it since like, it's been a minute, right? But it's a great movie. But for some reason, what I remember from that movie, there's this dance move where Evan goes like this, she goes like that. It's really cute. Okay, so I remember that. Okay, so that's it. But I remember it was cool to see TV Carpio singing, because like, oh hey, she's from Across the Universe. So that was pretty cool. And then there was like a saxophone player. He's from Babylon. He was just in the movie called Babylon. So I was like, okay, I should check out Babylon. I'll put his name here because that was pretty cool. That's all the shout outs. And I think, alright, so like Evan looks super cute. So she was wearing like white jeans and like a black t-shirt and like combat boots, and she was wearing like this chain wallet thing, like old school chain wallets. Remember those from like, I was in high school. last time I saw a chain wallet was high school, the 90s. So, but she looked comfortable, which is good because she's sick. So she looks super cute and super comfortable, which is good because she had a raging sinus infection. Okay, so it was a really great show. I had a really good time. And then what happened? Oh, right, the orchestra. Yeah, the orchestra was awesome. There's like every orchestra instrument you could think of, like a cello and a harp, and like also trumpet, saxophone, French horn, timpanis. I played trumpet in high school, so like I'm somewhat familiar, and it was cool. It was super fun. Let's see. Yeah. So Great show, like really, really great show. So on a personal level, what I wanted to say for people who have been following my channel for a while, thank you so much to my subscribers. Like, I love you with all my heart, and you're all so sweet. Oh, shout out to Alex. Like, Alex, you were hitting me up. You're like, hey, like, have fun at the concert. And like, I was like, I'll try to post some videos, and I did. But then I told Alex, I was like, Alex, you can stream it. Like, you can watch it yourself. And Alex was like, oh yeah, I bought the streaming ticket. I was like, awesome. You know, that way you can enjoy the awesomeness. So what I want to say on a personal level, like in 2024, my New Year's resolution is to be like a little more, so this is like on a serious note. Okay, on a serious note, in 2024, I want to be a little more altruistic and like a little more spiritual. And so I think like, I know here's where I'm getting deep. So one of my favorite books that came out in 2005, I don't think I'm like that bad. I'm actually like a pretty harmless, I'm a pretty nice person. And then there are aspects to, I talk about this, there's aspects to San Francisco that are a little bit like mind-boggling, I guess. But there's also things about San Francisco that are amazing. So it's like, you know, it's all good. It's really hard to be a person. It's hard to be like, I guess like a gay person. That's what I am. It's hard to be attracted to women. Like being a person is hard. Human existence is hard. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. 2005, there's this book that came out. It was written, it's called Female Chauvinist Pigs and Women in the Rise of Raunch Culture by Ariel Levy. And you're like, what does this have to do with anything? Now, I guess what I want to say is like, I guess if there's ever times in my video where I'm being too raunchy or too gross, I don't know. I just know, like, I also have this book called Altruism, and it's like the power of compassion to change yourself in the world. And altruism is like, look how thick that book is. Okay, altruism is like doing the right thing, and how like doing the right thing is good for your mental health. So I just know in my heart of hearts, like what I really want. In general, I'm saying this to like God and the universe, whatever. But like legit, I want the fairy tale. Like my favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast, and it's like I kind of want that, but instead of Beauty and the Beast, it's Beauty and the Lesbian or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's really what I want, the fairy tale. Like that's all I've ever really wanted. Like long term, blah blah blah, me dating, blah blah blah. Okay. But the reason I say that is like, that's why it's like, yes, like I'm Rachel Wood is one of my celebrity crush, or my only celebrity crush, but I don't want to like harp on it too much, because it's like, am I being like a weirdo? Okay, am I being a weirdo? You know what I mean? Okay, a weirdo on the internet. It's funny because I was talking to my sister and I was like, yeah, I said it, I'm a weirdo, and my little sister was like, I don't think you're weird, and I was like, oh, thank you little sister, thank you. Okay, so here's what I want to say. Just in case, let's say like through absolute magic, like one day, maybe, I mean, again, it's totally fine because I'm super chill, but let's say one day through magic, I would maybe could go on a date with Evan Rachel, and maybe like, maybe if I go on a date with her, I haven't completely lost the ability to talk because, you know, I'm shy and I come from small town Virginia and I'm spazzy. I don't know. Okay. But here's the thing. What I want to say is like sometimes maybe I'm cocky. I don't know. Or like I'm too confident or whatever. But I do want to say is like, if I'm ever confident, I'm just confident because I just think she's amazing. So I have a lot of confidence in thinking that she's amazing because it's like, she's amazing. So, okay. That's where my confidence comes from. I don't think I'm better than anyone. And then two, like I get like, you know, I think it's important for everyone watching that we should all have high self-esteem. So I'm saying this as a joke. Oh, during the Christmas holiday, like, or, you know, the holiday, I didn't even try to eat healthy. I had so much eggnog. Like, so much eggnog. I wasn't even trying. So now that it's January, I'm making myself like, eat vegetables, drink some water. I haven't bought any eggnog in 2024. Like, put the eggnog down, because eggnog is like, I mean, it does have eggs in it, but anyway, okay. My point is, like, let's say I ever go on a date with Evan Rachel Wood, I just want to make it clear, like, I totally understand, like, I'm like a really cute sack of potatoes going on a date with this goddess that is Evan Rachel Wood. So, and then it's like, I'm chill. I'm just like a fangirl on the internet. Like, it's totally cool if I never do, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm chill. It's all good. Like, it's all good. So, but I want to make it clear. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Why am I saying this? Okay. So Simone Biles, the American treasure. Simone Biles is this gymnast. She's beautiful. She's won like 4 Olympic gold medals. Like, I don't know anything about gymnastics really, but I know who Simone Biles is. Okay. Her husband, and by the way, her husband seems like a nice guy. Like, he just sort of gave like a bad interview. That's all. Like, I'm not here to cancel anybody. So, but this is what brought up, I want to make sure I'm being like respectful to Evan. Okay. So Simone Biles' husband, like, he gave this podcast interview. He's very handsome. He's very pretty. He's a pretty man. And he apparently is in the NFL. That's a big deal. Like, you have to be really good at football to be in the NFL. So it's like, congratulations, Simone Biles, sorry if I'm saying her name wrong, but she got herself a real pretty man. And like, they're a very cute couple. Okay, but here's what happened. Simone Biles' husband gave this interview, and it sort of went viral for 2 seconds, where he was kind of saying like, I'm the prize, right? And it's like, he just gave a bad interview. But the internet, it went viral for like 2 seconds, because the internet was like, excuse me, sir, you're the prize. Because speaking of prizes, like, doesn't Simone Biles have like 4 Olympic gold medals? Like the internet was like, sir, who are you? Okay. But I get it. Like, I don't want to say anything disparaging about Simone Biles' husband, because it's like, he's very handsome. Sometimes pretty boys are cocky. Like, they just are. And I was like, he's pretty and he knows he's pretty. So, but it was funny how the internet was making fun of him for like 2 seconds, because it's like, come on, it's Simone Biles. Like, if I'm saying her name right, but it's just like I said, I don't know anything about gymnastics, but I know who Simone Biles is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's the prize in this situation? Like, it's Simone Biles. But I just want to say, like, if I'm ever being cocky or whatever, or I don't know, whatever, I just want to make sure, like, yeah, Evan Rachel Wood is, like, this total, like, goddess who bestows her, you know, her beauty and talent and awesomeness, and she seems very sweet. Like, she's blessing us with her awesomeness, and, like, I'm just basking in the glory that is, like, her. So, you know, if I ever am in a podcast interview, I would be like, she's the prize. She's the prize. You know what I mean? So, okay. But I wish Simone Biles and her very handsome husband, he's pretty, y'all. She got her a pretty one. So I think that's where his cockiness, he was a little cocky in the interview. But he is pretty, so, but I wish them all the best. Like, he seems like he's a good guy. He just, like, gave a bad interview. But the internet was having fun for 5 seconds about it. And, like, we love Simone Biles, so, and hopefully I'm saying her name right, but, you know, I mean, she's, like, an American treasure, and she's beautiful and awesome and amazing, and, I mean, most people were like, she's the prize? Okay, so, I just want to make sure 2024, I'm actually going to be a little more spiritual, a little more altruistic this year, and that was sort of my New Year's resolution for 2024. So it's great to start this off. I have a lot of great YouTube videos planned. I'm going to be making a feature film this year. Hopefully I'm going to sell, hopefully, knock on wood, I'm going to sell a screenplay for like $1 trillion. Just joking, like, for some money, and then I can use that money to help, you know, make the feature film this year. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm like, you know, getting the ball rolling and having some good times. Okay, so that's what I want to say. And then, okay, so I'll do chapter times below. This is why I love Los Angeles, is whenever I go there, like, really random awesome things happen. So I had a cold, and it was a lot worse it was last weekend. So I'm shooting this on a Saturday. So last Friday is when I saw them, saw Evan+Zane in concert. Evan Oh, okay. So yes, I said like Evan always looks beautiful and amazing and just like holy crap. And yeah, like not to be like too like intense, but it's just like, you know, that existential depression or alienation you can feel sometimes in life or whatever. It's just like when Evan gets on stage and she's just singing, like it's like I don't feel any existential pain at all. It's like pure bliss when I hear her sing. And it's like, no, I have lots of things in my life that make me happy, like for sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, oh yeah, the first time I saw her sing, 2018, Great American Musical Hall in San Francisco, I talk about how I had a religious experience. I did. I'll never forget seeing her walk on stage. I was like, it took my breath away. She's so like stunning, and I don't mean, I'm not like shallow. It's like, it's not just, yeah, she's very beautiful, like very physically beautiful, but it's like, it's also like, it's who she is. Like who she is as a person is like so beautiful, right? I'll never forget the way it felt to see her just walk on stage for the first time, 2018. And then I'll never forget like hearing that night too. I made a video about it. Hearing her and Zane do the Cranberries Zombie song, like I'll never forget that song because like not just me, like the whole crowd, we were just like it was so fucking beautiful. You could hear a pin drop. And like the tension of holy shit, this is so beautiful, hearing them cover Zombie by the Cranberries. That song is so beautiful, and the song's beautiful when the Cranberries sing it. But I remember that night, and like finally like you could just feel like it did feel spiritual, like it did. And I'm already like a spiritual person anyway, but yeah, it totally. But finally someone in the balcony that night back in 2018, this woman, she yells, she's like, this is fucking beautiful. like, and I get it, like we were all like, just like, wow, this is stunning. Someone had to cut the tension, so the woman in the balcony saying like, this is fucking beautiful, hearing you guys cover this song Zombie. And then finally when the woman in the balcony yelled that at Evan and Zane, like then everyone just started clapping because it was just like, it was so stunning hearing them cover that song. So they did that song in LA too, and whenever they do that song, it's absolutely gorgeous. So okay, so I'm at the Nocturne Theater, and I got a Coca-Cola. I needed some energy. I got a Coca-Cola, and then I was just sitting there chilling. And this is the kind of thing that happens in Los Angeles. I've had a blast in Los Angeles, but I wasn't ready to go to LA till I was like 40 years old. Yeah, so I wasn't ready for it till I was 40 years old, because I just wasn't. So now I'm 41, and like I don't know, I have a really good time. But anyway, I'm sitting there like drinking my Coca-Cola. I have a cold. I did see my friend at the concert, but like she's kind of far away, and I did have like this cold, so I was trying to keep a low profile, and I don't want to get anybody sick, so I didn't have a chance to talk to her, but I did message her like, hey, and that kind of thing. So so hopefully next time I go to LA, I'm like not sick. So I pretty much just like rested all day and then went to the 2 concerts. So I didn't really do a lot once I was there besides the concerts. Okay, so I'm drinking my Coca-Cola, and there's this guy sitting next to me, and he's like older, I want to say maybe 60s, like really friendly guy, really cool guy. And I'm just sitting there drinking my Coca-Cola, waiting for them to open the doors. And this guy looks at me and he's like, okay, so what art do you do? He says it's me, and I was like, oh, like I'm like an indie filmmaker, and I make movies, and you know, that's what whatever. That's what I do. And then he looks at me, he says, keep going. I was like, what? He's like, keep going, keep making movies. He's saying this to me. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, okay, I will. Random stranger. And then he's like, and then he says, he's like, it doesn't come from you. I was like, what? Huh? He's like, the art, the movie ideas. He's like, it doesn't come from you. It comes from like God or heaven or whatever, the universe. And he's like, that's what he's saying this to me. I was like, it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was like, oh yeah, and I actually do believe that. Like when I sit down to write, it comes from somewhere, you know what I mean? Like the muses or whatever you believe in. So I was like, he's like, keep going, keep making movies. It doesn't come from you. It comes from like the universe. And he's like, if the universe is giving it to you, or God or whatever, he's like, keep making movies. And I was like, I'm sitting there drinking my Coca-Cola, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep making movies. So there you go. Because like I do have like movie ideas for Evan Rachel Wood, and I have ideas for a couple of my favorite actors like Wilson Cruz, Taraji P. Henson, like if I like make it as a filmmaker. But it's like, or yeah, and I'm doing the indie film thing here in San Francisco, but hopefully eventually I get like better funding, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like the movie ideas I have are more like, I don't know, they're really good movie ideas. They're not about me. They're not about, look at me, I'm a film director. It's more about me, like, in some movies, I'm just straight up glorifying women, like, let's just fucking glorify women. But all my movies also have really cool straight guys in them, because, like, gonna give some love to men, you know, and, yeah, like, but anyway, so that guy giving me the little motivational speech was, like, really cool and super random right before I was about to go in and, watch the concert. And then he's like, oh, I was like, oh, what brings you to the show? He's like, oh, my son's name is Pablo. And it's like, oh, Pablo, I've been emailing with him, you know. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, that was awesome. And that's the kind of stuff that happens to me. It only happens in Los Angeles. Like, yeah, the dream in San Francisco is to make an app, because this is like more like a tech industry type of thing. And apps are amazing. Tech is awesome. I use tech all the time to make movies, so like tech is amazing. It's just like in my experience, Los Angeles is a little more whimsical, a little more about dreamers. But also I have zero experience with Hollywood, and I've also totally heard sleazy things about Hollywood from like industry people. So for sure, like, but I want to start my own company so that I can make sure it's just good people with good vibes, like helping me create like good art, you know what I'm saying, or good movies, you know. So that's why I want to start my own company. So, okay, so yeah, that guy being really nice to me was like super awesome. Like it was super random. All right, and he's like, oh, my son is Pablo, and Pablo is the guy I was emailing like to get the new tickets, and Pablo was super nice. So. So I'll link to where you can buy the streaming if they're still selling it, so you could stream the show. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. So alright, I guess I'll briefly talk about the saga that was getting like the merch. Excuse me. So okay, so around Thanksgiving, that's when I decided to buy merch. So I got like the hoodie. Oh yeah, the thing about the hoodie, it has like a hood. So it's pretty, it's very comfortable. Like that's the hoodie. So it also has like a hood along with like where it says, I wore this to the MXPX concert. So it's like, I kind of need to watch it because that concert was like bananas. So I wore this sweatshirt to the MXPX concert, so I need to wash it. That's why I don't really have it on. But at the Evan+Zane, I wore the Evan+Zane t-shirt with the sweatshirt, and I saw someone had an Evan+Zane hat, so I stole it from him. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I didn't steal his hat. But I was like, he had an Evan+Zane hat. He was kind of far, and I had a cold, so I was keeping a little profile. But I was wondering, like, where'd he get the hat? Because I want the hat too. And I need to get the handkerchief. I ordered the handkerchief. It's like on the way. Okay. So here's the thing with the merchandise. Okay, so around Thanksgiving, I got the t-shirt and the sweatshirt. And, but then it was Thanksgiving, so I wasn't sweating, like, you know. So I gave it like a week, and they hadn't sent it yet. So, and I know it's one of those things where it's like a separate company that like prints it and then sends it, right? So... So I just went ahead and called them, and I was like, hey, I you know, no biggie, but I ordered this maybe like about a week ago, and it's just wondering like, when are you guys gonna send it? No rush. And they're super nice because the company's in Los Angeles. They're super nice, and they'd never heard of Evan+Zane. No, I mean, whatever. I was like, hey, like, yeah, it's called Evan+Zane, and I was like, yeah, and like the concert's like January, I think it was 5th, and I was like, and then they were super sweet. They're like, oh yeah, we should get you that merch before the concert. And I was like, yeah, but like no biggie, like it's cool, like, but eventually if you could like mail me the merchandise I paid for, that'd be pretty cool. You know, the way I just said that sounds a little sarcastic. I wasn't sarcastic. I was like, because they were super nice. I was like, yeah, if you guys could like send it to me, like that'd be like so awesome. So, okay. So I get off the phone with them. A week later, they give me my money back. I see like they've given me a refund. So I call them because they're super nice. I'm like, hey, you guys like gave me my money back. And I was like, and I said, I was being nice. I was like, I actually want the stuff. Like, I was like, I didn't want my money back. I wanted like, and this was like my Christmas present to myself. I was like, I wanted the t-shirt and the sweatshirt, you know? And they're like, oh, so you like wanted the stuff? I was like, yeah, I like wanted, like, I want the t-shirt and the sweatshirt. They're like, oh. So they thought I wanted my money back. I didn't. I wanted them to like put a t-shirt and a sweatshirt in an envelope and like mail it to me because that's what I paid for. I'm like, I was like, help me, help me, help me, help you. Like, tell me what you need from me. And so they're like, okay. I was like, okay. So they're like, okay. As soon as it was processing, as soon as the money goes back into my account, I'm just going to give it right back to you. Okay. And you guys can go ahead and send me the t-shirt and the sweatshirt. Oh, and then I emailed the Evan+Zane like official email or whatever. And I was like, oh, hey, just checking on the merchandise. And then Zane emailed me. He's like, hey, Julie, like, they're probably just slow because you know. My joke is like, oh, I got my first email from Zane, so I printed it out and framed it and put it on my wall. I didn't do that. Because that would be completely insane. But it was exciting to get an email from Zane since I'm like a fangirl. So, okay. But anyway, so, because they're like a mom and pop band. It's basically them. So, anyway, so, okay, the merch, right, okay. So, once the money was, like, back in my account, I, like, went on the website. Yeah, the website was being a little wacky. So, I called them again, and I was like, hey, like, the website's being wacky. And then they knew who I was. They're like, hey, you're that woman who ordered a sweatshirt and a t-shirt, and we just won't send it to you. I was like, yeah, that's me. And they were super nice. They're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to process the payment again, and we're going to totally send you the t-shirt and the sweatshirt. And I was like, all right. Okay. So I called them. I was like, okay, here's my info. They ran my card over the phone, and then they sent me, and then so I finally got the t-shirt and the sweatshirt, and I was a happy camper. Now I gotta call them about the bandana because I ordered that like a couple of weeks ago too. It's all good because they're so nice. And then I emailed the lady. I was like, hey, thank you for being so gracious on the phone. And then she said, Julie, I'm pretty sure you're the one being gracious. Okay, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I got my t-shirt. I got my sweatshirt. I'm a happy camper, and the bandana's on the way. And then I'll eventually somehow I'll get the hat. So that was the saga of the merchandise. But that's where they're like a mom and pop store, mom and pop band. Like, you know, they're not like signed to a record label, so it's like they're doing it all themselves, so like it's all good. Okay, so so this video is longer than I anticipated, but okay. So if we're going to the altruistic portion of the personal development portion of the video. Okay. So, yeah. Finally I wanted to say, like, yeah, when Evan gets on stage, like, she's so beautiful. She's so amazing. Like, there's, like, to me, and I'm very, like, I romanticize everything, but it's, like, there's just this magical glow around her. And, like, yeah, when I hear her sing, it just feels like the heavens open up. And it is, like, for me, a religious experience. Like, she's just so beautiful and awesome and amazing. And, like, and, right. So I forgot, like, Zane has these sheer see-through shirts, and it's him having sex appeal, basically. Like, he looks sexy in his shirts. So, like, he took his jacket off, and he had one of his sheer shirts. They're basically see-through. And someone went, ow, ow, when he took his jacket off. And then Zane's really sweet. He's like, it's not like I'm naked. He said something like that. But, so yeah, Zane was bringing, you know, the sex appeal as well. Like, totally, Zane's awesome. Okay. But yeah, like, for sure, like, when I see Evan sing, like, yeah, it's still like a religious experience. Like, she's so beautiful and so awesome and so amazing. And it's the thing that makes her good at acting. Like, she's tapping into something, you know, something positive and light and goodness. And, yeah, watching her sing is just, like, absolutely amazing, and she's, like, so beautiful and awesome. Yeah, so that's what I do want to say. Like, yeah, like, if I ever get to work with her one day or go on a date with her one day, but also, like, I'm super chill, like, it's all good. It's just, like, I totally, like, just see how beautiful and amazing and awesome she is, and how sweet she seems. She's really, really, really sweet. Like, she's really beautiful, and it's, like, for some reason, like, Hollywood has her playing, like, assholes a lot. Because I marathoned her movies. In my 20s, I marathoned her movies because she's been acting for a while. And then later on, now I'm 41, I watched but I've seen all the stuff she's been in. Oh, I love Kajillionaire, like, love that movie. But yeah, it's like, I guess, like, she's really good at playing these, like, intense characters because she's really good at dramatic acting. But also, I think what people don't realize, like, if you ever go to an Evan+Zane concert, like, she comes across, like, really, 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 really sweet. Like, just, like, seems like a sweetheart, you know? Like a badass sweetheart, right? Okay. So the 3 things I'm going to say is, okay, so, like, yeah, I think Evan's really beautiful and awesome. So the first thing I want to say is, like, for personal development wise, for you watching, like, sorry, there's, like, a bug. Okay. So number 1 is, like, see the beauty in the world. Like, it's nice to listen to beautiful music from the orchestra. It's nice to look at beautiful people like Evan and Zane. It's nice to feel beautiful to anyone out there. Like, some of us, we're not qualified to be, like, runway models, but who cares? Like, we're all cute and beautiful and awesome in our own ways. And, like, it's cool to, number 1, see the beauty in the world, because there is so much, with all the pain and suffering, there's so much beauty in the world as well. Okay, 2, to seek good people with good vibes. So, like, the crowd at an Evan and Zane concert is always really fucking cool. And, oh, I think I saw a woman in the crowd. I think she was on The Real L Word a long time ago. Maybe not, but I was like, she sure does look like one of the women who was on the Real L Word. That show came out a long time ago at this point. I was like, I think, anyway, whatever. So it's always really good people at an Evan and Zane concert. They attract, like, really cool people. So, and I'm starting to see some of the same faces. Like, one guy, I saw him walk in, and I was like, I sat across from him at the concert in New York City. So it's like, you know, people fly in to see their shows, and it's totally worth it because it's such a good show. So, but seek good people and, like, seek good vibes. Like, it's nice to be around good people. It's nice to be around good vibes, and it, like, feels good to be around good people. And so, like, seek like the goodness in life, because, like, it makes you feel good. Yeah. And then three lessons. So number 3 of what I learned from the concert is, like, make art and like follow your dreams. And that's where that dude, like that guy, like I'm just drinking my Coca-Cola and trying not to cough on people and just like kind of minding my own business, like chilling, you know. And the fact that this dude like said that to me, I was like, it was him encouraging me to follow my dreams. And it's like, yeah, like when I see them play, especially music in general, definitely with music, like when I'm writing screenplays, stuff like that, music, I just get so many movie ideas. I get so many cool like writing ideas. So it's like, you know, I think art inspires art, inspires art, inspires art. You know what I'm saying? So like, make art, follow your dreams. I hope this inspires you. Like I have a electric guitar, I'm looking at it right now, and like I just play it for fun really, and I write songs, but I just do that for fun really. My bread and butter right now is more gonna be filmmaking, but like, yeah, I hope this video, one, inspires you to go check them out sometime, but two, I hope it inspires you, person watching this, like to make art. Yeah, like we need your art. I love Steven Pressfield, so I have like his new book, The Daily Pressfield, and it's all about making art, doing your thing. Oh, my battery's running out. I'm plugged in. Okay, so I hope that this video like inspires you to make art, do your thing, make movies, write music, play guitar, sing. Like the world needs your art. It needs it, right? I like having books to read and movies to watch and music to listen to, like, and so I really implore you, everyone out there, to like keep making art. Like go for it, even if it's just like hitting up your local karaoke. If you want to be a singer, like do it. Like go be awesome. So yeah. So in conclusion, see the beauty in the world, seek good people and good vibes, and make art and follow your dreams. And also totally go check out an Evan+Zane concert. And then they have merchandise on their website and that kind of thing. So I showed you like the merch I have. So alright, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and because I still have a little bit of a cold. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being so supportive of me. Shout out to Alex, and some of y'all, you haven't put your real names, but I think I have like 88 subscribers. Thank you so much for like supporting me and being like a fangirl of Evan+Zane. And to my people who watch and you message me and you're really sweet and you're like, have fun at the concert. You guys are so sweet, and you've just been great. My subscribers, like, you've been absolutely amazing. I love creating content for you, and I hope it's bringing some light into your world. It's inspiring you to start a band or make a movie or do awesome things. I hope I am inspiring you, because, like, you know, that's what I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so happy 2024. Starting it off, I got some great content coming. It's gonna be a great year. I'm gonna be focused and awesomeness. I'm happy. My first video out the gate. You know, just waxing poetic about Evan+Zane. They're super awesome. Thanks to them, I went to New York City I hadn't been to New York in like 20 years, and like had a fucking blast in New York City. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been great. Oh, thanks to them. They're the reason I went to LA for the first time. Had a fucking blast in Los Angeles. So yeah, it's been great. So I think that they're like beacons of light and awesomeness and goodness. So to everyone out there, yes, keep being awesome, keep making art. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys are guys, gals, non-binary pals here. You're great. You're awesome. You're just great. So thank you for being so supportive. It means a lot. It really does for me, like how supportive you are. So okay, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna drink some tea and go to sleep pretty much. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it in my heart of hearts. And yes, go do good in the world. And the good guys win. Like, love always wins. So let's keep fighting for the greater good. We can do this. We will fight the evil of the world, and we'll win. We're gonna win. Okay. Alright, thank you so much. I'm Julie, writer and director of the indie nerdy comedy Let's Punk, and you can follow me on Instagram. I gotta put my website back up, but you can follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active, and thank you all for being so awesome. I love you, and love y'all. Bye guys.